This is my back garden. This is my back garden. At this point in time, looks like a jungle back here. Give you a quick explanation. Cantaloupe down there. And then this is where I got all my Roma tomatoes planted because I heard they were good for salsa and for canning, so I've gotten quite a few off of them, and as you can see, it's still pretty loaded. So I got to get some more off of them today because, as you can see, leave them out here, they get too ripe and sweet, and the birds will start munching on them or other predators. So these are my jalapeno plants, and they're going through a slight shock simply because I had to move them from the front. They were underneath the tomatoes, and they were looking, they were stretching out too much trying to get the sun. So I took them out of there and brought them out here, and they'll get through whatever they're doing and then start kicking some more peppers out. But this is my jalapenos right there. Over here, I've got my sweet peppers. I've got Anaheim, as you can see right there. That's an Anaheim. And both of these ones are Marconi. Look at the size of that right there. Finally starting to turn. And some more right here. More right there. And I use them in my salsa I add it to my salsa and everything, or I add them to just about any kind of salad and you name it. This other ones might be bell peppers. I'm not exactly sure. The absent-minded gardener. Got some kale right there. Got some cilantro growing down there. Mystery pepper plant, but as low as it's going, this is the very hot type. From the looks of things. I think this is another bell pepper right here. See that? And then this one, another mystery plant. Oh hell! Oh man! Dang dogs! Okay. I'll come back and fix you. This right here are habaneros. That's a habanero, but this two right here are big Thai, I believe. This is my chocolate chaguana. Chaguana chocolate 7-pot. Well, you can read that. But it went to such bad shock, that I had to trim it all the way back. And then you can see where it's starting to come back, right there. This right here is my yellow Scotch bonnet. Right there, as you can see. Look at that. This is the yellow one, and the one I got in the front is the orange one. But you can see those heat-wise are just a little bit under a jalapeno. I mean a habanero, but possibly even tastier or fruitier in their taste. Here we go, some long son of a guns. Like I said, I got some Indian peppers. I lost track. Peperoncini right here, and another peperoncini over here, right there, and right there. See how they're all coming along pretty good with this heat and everything. Another Marconi here, and more stuff in this bed right here. All kinds. I got kale, I got corn. I like to experiment and see what happens and such, and I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Here's a watermelon plant in here. So it's going down this way, and down that way. This right here is some kind of Italian squash that I see that. I thought it was a butternut squash, and it turns out that it wasn't. So I grew it anyway, and I don't need it or whatever. Wouldn't even know how to prepare it, but I gave it to my neighbors, and they seem to have done something with it. There's another one there. I've gotten all kinds of them. I'm actually going to tear this whole vine down because I want to replant it with either zucchini or more pickle. I mean cucumbers. So some beans, and of course I had cabbage there. More cucumbers, and I also planted new ones just in case I don't these things don't kick back, you know. So over there I'm trying some corn. This is where I grew potatoes earlier this year, and I harvested them, and then I remulched it, and I'll use that later on. I cut this right here, cut this cabbage just the way I did this one, took the head off, as you can see, and then I noticed that it started growing leaves on the side, so I have decided to let it go, and let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. Never know until you try it. This is my mulch. This is where I mean, this is my compost. Everything that's organic, I throw in here, turn it over and keep putting it on there, grass, and then this is what I end up with, and that's what goes into my beds. More cabbage, like I said, you know, experiment in different places, see where it grows best. Right there. I don't spray except with neem oil every now and then. Otherwise, I let everything survive. So more pepper plants here, from habaneros to serranos to big Thai to all kinds of other ones. So they're all mixed up in here, and this is what my backyard looks like. With my backyard, with my dogs. Hey. This is what I was able to pick this morning from just the plants up against the fence there on my front garden. It's that right there. All kinds of cherry tomatoes, one or two Cherokee purple, and over here are the big ones. And this is just today, and I'm getting a pretty good amount of all this stuff, you know, so I need to continue canning them and preserving them some way or giving them away. But as you can see, this is just from one day, and this is just from one site. Just one site. I still have my Roma tomatoes in the bag, and some cherry ones laying around there somewhere. And then I also have the ones that I have trellised over in the front yard that I still need to pick. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good bounty, and I will be doing some canning, some I'm thinking about doing some fermenting too, and whatever else I can get away with to preserve this stuff, and either that or I'm also going to be giving some of this to my neighbors. So you guys have a nice day.